Yes, yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for the returning in the mud, people. The returning in the mud, where we discuss like the clues in the title of the show, people. Who is in the mud? So any player, any manager, any team, that's what we're discussing. Who is in the mud this week? So get your suggestions in, and myself, my co-host, and you lot in the chat will decide who is actually in the mud. Very similar to Room 101 for those that have seen it. So we are deciding who is in the mud this week. So let me repeat that again. It's any player, any manager, any team in any league. You just have to come with your receipts, people. That's legit all it is. Make sure you hit up the likes. Let's do that. We're too short of double figure likes. So let's like check 1, 2. Let's make sure we get to 10 likes expeditiously. And also subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. We're currently at 4,823. So the aim is 4,800 and we're looking for 7 new subscribers during the stream, which will probably go for a minimum of an hour. So that's not too much to ask people. So I'll be giving my opinions on people who I think's in the mud, but I'll be more mediating. But as you can see from the title, Antonio Conte, Tottenham Hotspur, Hugo Lloris are 3 people. Well, 2, a manager, a player, and a club that could all potentially, not even potentially, will be in the mud. And a man who has got so much to say on this. He's spoken so much on his football team. He's spoken so much about the players. He's spoken so much about the manager. He's spoken so much about the owners and the board. Man, like Jez is in the building. Yes, Jez, what are you telling me? You good?
Hey, man. What should I say, man? The Legends of Tony, man. The Legends of Tony.
Timo's also in the building as well. New mic and his green screen as well. What do you mean, Legends of Tony? Who's Tony? Who are you talking about?
Who do you think?
I don't know.
Antonio Conte.
Oh, this guy, you're a joker. You know what I'm saying? This guy, you're a joker. So we're going to discuss all that. Timo's in the building backing Antonio Conte. You know what I'm saying? He's look at his green screen with Conte holding the Premier League with Chelsea. What are you saying, Timo, though? You good?
All good, all good. I'm actually going for another candidate for in the mud, though, but it's not actually Conte. Yeah, we're going to get there, so don't worry about that.
There. And also was well in it. Obviously, people, it's Sarcasm City, so we only bring you the best in terms of co-hosts. And this guy here, one of the best content creators, one of the most consistent content creators, and one of the content creators that has been around the longest at the highest level. And people don't put enough respect on his name. Man, like Carefree Lewis G is here. Yes, fam, he's saying.
Big up, my guys. Super buy. Let's go, people.
What have Bayern done that you are here backing Bayern Munich? I missed it. What's going on?
Are going to end the reign of terror, my friend. They're going to end the reign of terror.
Havertz, I'm guessing.
They're going to go in for him in the summer, bruv. They're saying 35 to 50 million. I think it should be anything above 25, but we'll all take it, whatever it is. Use the money, bring me João Felix on a permanent, and start the first day of the rest of our lives at this glorious institution called Chelsea Football Club. I'm here, people. I'm here, bruv. Big up. Let's go.
This guy. Don't forget as well, before we get into the show and everything, people, get your suggestions in 1. 2, don't forget the link for the membership is in the pinned comment as well, people. So check out the membership, many great perks, including how to get on the channel. And that's how a lot of the panelists you see, that's how they got on the channel, was first by joining the membership. And then they fit well within the Sarcasm City system, and they're here to stay. And we're at 14 likes, so let's bump that up to 20 likes. And we even got any new subs yet? Let's see. Yes, we have got 1 new sub. So yeah, big up to you, whoever just subscribed as well. But before we get into the show as well, let me just run through some of the comments. Big up to Galib, who says, big up, wearing the mud, but only for the season. He says, look at Fator disappearing like sun this season. Unexempt found that funny. Okay. Says, laughing my ass off. Eddie, big up to Eddie. Eddie, let me know if you want the link in the chat as well. I send it through to you.
My G.
Hey, Eddie,
says, you've ruined the football Spurs. I hope you're proud. All right, Jess, the floor is yours.
You don't do this today.
You have. You've ruined another glorious manager, man.
I'm not having it.
Who do you want to start with? Do you want to start with your board? Do you want to start with Paratici? Do you want to start with Levy? Do you want to start with Conte? Is it a certain player? Is it going 2-0 up at the Etihad and losing 4-2? Talk to me. Big up time to shine as well.
And actually, I think.
And happy birthday to Eddie as well before you go, Jay. Big up to Eddie. Happy birthday.
No, bro. Fuck you, Eddie. Fuck you. Anyways. No, actually, no. Ironically, people thought I was going to go into Conte first. Nah, man. This has been a guy I have been having an agenda even before I was on Twitter. Hugo Lloris. This trunk lord of a fucking goalkeeper. That's why I never died on the hill trying to say, oh, he's one of the best goalkeepers in the fucking league since he's been here. Okay, good goal stopper. Fair enough, but brother, Hennessy Lugo, Trunk Lord Lloris, the list goes on. I've never seen a goalkeeper getting beaten so much in the near post.
Yeah, it was awful.
Brother,
it was awful.
It's not the first time I've seen this. How can you not clear your lines? Like you're trying to fist the ball into where? Brother, you punched the air. It's like you wanted to punch somebody up, but you missed. It's like when you trunk and you're trying to punch somebody up and you miss. Same shit. Aston Villa. Bro, I remember the day when this guy broke his arm when he made a mistake. How? He's a goalkeeper that broke his arm trying to make a save. And it was a terrible mistake by him. I never, all my days, Champions League game, Premier League games, FA Cup games, Carabao Cup games. Listen, I respect this guy, but brother, the amount of time this guy been selling and selling and selling, but people don't want to mention it, is insane to me. That's why I refuse to always die on the hill for this guy. I never ever once was ever sitting here on any channels or any spaces or any Twitter tweet talking about, oh my God, that's why you need to respect Hugo Lloris at all costs. Nah, not doing it. Never did. I was like, okay, fine goalkeeper. But no, brother, it's time to go. I'll be real. Him and Perisic today, they need to find the nearest pension care home ASAP as soon as possible in London, in Tottenham. I don't know where, but they need to find pensioner. A pension home care. Because I'm sick and tired of these old niggas selling selling me 2-0 up. Pep didn't have to say anything. The only person he had to talk to was Maris. Maris, I want you to cook this old ass nigga at the left wing back spot.
Lads,
and everything will come. 3 out of the 4 goals came from that side. Cooked. Reese getting cooked. Perisic getting cooked. So yeah. Next person.
No, it's cool, fam. You know what I'm saying? Have you unless Lewis, if you've got something to say, we're gonna go back to you, Jez, because I know you got more to say. Yeah, Lewis, was you gonna say something?
Hennessy Hugo. Just we've known he's been shit for ages, but this season he's been fucking atrocious. Also gave Arsenal the North London derby, so he can fuck off for that. But yeah, fair enough. I thought you were disrespecting Antonio Conte in this one, but you decided to gun for Lloris, and fair enough. I agree with you on that.
Oh, we're gonna get to Conte. Don't worry about that. Conte
only for praising him. Hey,
no one's going to talk about Harry Kane today, yeah? No one's going to talk about Harry Kane.
You can. That's the beauty of the show. But Jess is not finished. Jess is not finished.
Yeah, one second. I'm going to be Havertz. I'll be back.
Yeah. No stress. Before you continue, obviously Victor's in the building as well. Yes, Victor, what are you saying, man? You good?
Yeah, I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I just finished work. I'm tired. I'm tired as football. It's weird, man.
It's good to have you here. Don't worry, Galib. We're going to get to Son. Timo mentioned Kane. I'm sure Jez has more. Again, you lot have starring your suggestions.
It's the advertisers, man. Like, well, we're getting started. There's a lot of people that deserve some cooking in this team, come. And there's not going to be the Eric Dyers or the Long Lays. No. Some huge hitters from that people don't expect me to talk about, that I usually talk about a lot. Next one is up. Literally, like Timo said, handing Son. OX saw Son. Hoisin saw Son. Fuck me.
Murtaza, go fuck yourself, mate.
Thanks. I've been saying from the beginning of this season. Flawless looked at me crazy when I said, yo, Flawless, I think this guy is on the decline. They caught me crazy. They caught me crazy on spaces. I said last summer, I seen the rumor say Real Madrid are interested, Bayern interested. If you give me 70 mil, sell him in the summer, even though he finished the season as his best goal-scoring season. Because I looked at that last season, and brother, that guy stank out the place last season. It's no different to what it is this season. Only different is he scored goals last season. This season, brother, is this guy even better than Elanga?
Yeah, he's better than Elanga. Yeah.
No, Flawless. His only game he scored this season is Leicester in the league.
Is that it?
Yes. And he scored a hat-trick. His only game in the league season that he has scored is Leicester. And this was when Leicester was terrible, like proper terrible.
Leicester are not good. That is
and Palace. He scored against Palace today.
I don't count that goal. I'll be real. That was like a late shitty goal. I don't count that goal. No. The way that goal happened, no. Hell no. And Palace is, I don't know how Palace let us score 4. But anyways, bro, no touch. Yes, no touch. No step overs. No link up play. No 1-2s. You can't connect a triangle with this guy. Can't drop deep. Can't get in behind. Can't finish off his chances. No shimmies. No dropping the shoulder. I'm just asking. So all these things as a winger, even your pace is trash. You can't press. You're just out there. So all these things I'm calling out for you since the beginning of season, or even last season, as a winger, you can't do. Really and truly, what makes you better than Anthony Elanga or Adan James? I'll be real. What makes you can't? You're shit on set pieces.
He's the better finisher than them.
1 goal in the last 15. 1 goal.
Is it 1 goal in the last 15?
Let me get
really.
Let me find it.
Nah, because he scored a hat trick, so surely it's 3 at least in the last 15.
1 sec. Let me check it. It includes all the games. It's not just the.
Okay. Before we continue, you lot, there's over 40 of you lot locked in. Like check 1, 2. Are we only at 21 likes? Let's get up to 30 likes, people. 9 more with the 30 likes. That is the next milestone. What we are in the subscriber, let me refresh this. The aim is 4,830 by the end of the stream. We're on like check. We're on subscriber check, people. I'm a man of the people. I'm the people's prophet. So I need the people to come through and hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Because I know all 40 of you lot, over 40 of you lot ain't subscribed. So make sure you hit the subscription, hit the notification bell as well. Because we will be going into subscriber only mode shortly. And bump up these likes. Aye, that's good. We're free shot. Go on, Jez, carry on.
I found it. Here's the start. Son Heung-min past 15 Premier League starts. 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 big chance created.
Jesus.
And he keeps on playing. And he keeps playing and playing and playing and playing. And I don't know what he's out there for. I'll be real. This guy looks like Kwame Brown out there. If people if you know about Steve Smith when you talk about Kwame Brown, it's looking peak. So yeah, I said this already. Him, top one of people say there's guys like Dyer and guys like these have to leave. Longley have to leave. Son is a priority for me that needs to leave in the summer. 100% needs to leave. Thank you for the services. Thank you for last season for the finishing top 4. But it's time to go. All right, next one up.
You know what, to be fair, on the Son thing, I was at the stadium, and to be fair, your fans seem to be turning on him. So I guess you are. It's a positive thing, to be fair. You're turning on him, so you might be on the up.
Chess is not having it, yo.
It's not having it.
I wasn't even listening. I'm not in the state of mind to listen to anybody.
This is your moment, Jess. The floor is yours.
Next
one.
I'm saying. This is the guy that is looked at as Mr. Tottenham. If he doesn't play well, nothing happens. Harry Edwards Kane. Brother, where were you today when your team needed you the most? Kulusevski turned up today. Bentancur literally just came back from injury. That's his first game, by the way, people. No minute off the bench somewhere in other games. This is his first game back from injury since the World Cup. He's been playing for Uruguay. Guy put on a beautiful performance despite the loss. Them two, diamonds, man. Proud of them guys. These are my G's. But Harry Kane, touches, awful. Dropping deep, awful. Making the simple pass, awful. Cross decision making, awful today. So many things I can count on today that he didn't do today. And the lack of composure today, the lack of concentration, the lack of like awareness today, like awful. And you are the main guy. You are supposed to be looked at as the guy that comes in and helps us to. These are the type of games where I turn up. This is the games where I expect you to turn up. This is the type of game where as you as Harry Kane are supposed to step up. And I've said always, when Harry Kane leaves, Spurs will eventually go and win a trophy. With him, we're not going to win a trophy because he has the tax of him where like it doesn't matter because people will always blame it on Spurs, while Harry Kane does never succeeded in winning a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he gets a lot away with it. But when you really look at his big game record, I mean, people when you even ask about his most memorable moments and memorable goals, it's literally the goal that he scored against Arsenal when we ended the game in the draw. That is his most memorable goal. I can't tell you. And don't give me this penalty that he missed, by the way, in the semi-finals of the Euros. Don't give me that goal. I'm talking about club career. What is the most memorable goal he has scored? Lucas Moura scored a hat-trick in the semi-finals of the Champions League. You can't tell me you can give me anything close to that. Well, even half of that, to be honest, because this is that type of level of performance is crazy. So not even the half of it you can't give it to me. Like I said, man, 1 year left. He only stays if Conte stays. I don't want Conte to stay, so he can fuck off too as well. I don't really care. I know the market of number 9 is terrible right now, but this is what it is. I don't want this guy no more at the club. I didn't want him last season anymore. The season before, when he was doing all this interviews, I didn't want him since then no more. Of course, it's unfortunate still having him, but at the end of the day, man just needs to accept this guy doesn't want to be at the club. If the guy doesn't want to be at the club, sell him. If it's going to be United, if Bowley comes in with crazy money, if it's going to be Bayern Munich, I don't know. Sell this guy. He's up there as well for people that I think needs to leave the club in the summer. For his own good and for our good as well.
Don't forget Lucas Moura as well. He's going to leave at the end of the season. So
why should I talk about Lucas Moura? The guy. Anyways.
Go on, Jess.
This were the players that I had to talk to because these are 3 players that were still part of this massive part of Poch team. Well,
before you continue, Jess, 1 second, Jess. Hold that for. Hey, you lot, 37 likes. Let's get up to 50 likes. You know what I'm saying? That is now the next milestone. 50 likes. Jess is going to be ranting for a second. This is what In the Mud is, people. This is exactly what it's like. So get up to 50 likes and also as well subscriber check as well.
Hit the likes up, people.
We are now at 4,825. The aim at the start of the stream was 4,830. We were looking for 7. So, yeah, we need 5 more. I know all of you lot, over 50 of you lot locked in, which is beautiful. But make sure you're hitting the subscribe button and hit the notification bell because we will be going into subscriber.
Or we dislike you.
Yeah, exactly. We'll treat you like Ryan. So, yeah, make sure you get the
I'll hunt you down, all of you.
Make sure you get the subscribers up, people. He said, I'll hunt you down. That's what he said. But go on. The floor's yours.
Yeah.
Go on. Go on,
what I want to say, these are 3 players that were looked at as one of the best players in that Poch system. Ironically, he's not even in the club, but I have to roast him as well because even though he did make this team great and all this, Poch needs to hold it, unfortunately, as well. Like, these 3 represent his failures. Because at the end of the day, we can talk about, but squad depth wasn't there and this and that, which I agree. But you can't tell me these guys couldn't win trophies as a starting 11 in cup competitions. I don't care about the league titles. I care about cup competition at least, minimum. And them 3, even since his departure, not doing anything since he left, kind of reflects also his job at the time Spurs. Like, did a great job, but when it comes about getting it over the line, these 3 sum it up perfectly. Can't get it over the line. They couldn't. And that's why I feel like Poch does have to get some playing because there's Spurs fans that will tell you this Arsenal team is worse than the Spurs team that we had under Poch. Yet these guys are about to literally, they're still there up there where people think they cannot win the title.
First.
So I feel like he is in sort of a mud. But this is where I go to the owners later. Paratici. Mr. Loan with an option to buy, man. Mr. Paracetamol. Mister, I hope he gets arrested by the Italian mafia. I hope he gets arrested because the crimes that this guy has brought to my club. I cannot believe this shit. 60 million for Richarlison. 60.
Yeah, 60
Zero
for
league goals, by
Richarlison.
the way.
Him and Jay and Kavicho that we were both heavily linked with, half of the money. Not even half, less than the money. And these two helping Napoli right now for a Champions League run and winning the Serie A. These two are heavily linked with the club. But now, guess what? Send Lamella and 25 million for Brian Gill. Don't know what you do with him. Pay less for Papa Matassa. Love the kid, but you're sending him back on loan where he doesn't play for the rest of the season. He didn't play the rest of the season when he sent him back on loan at the same club just to pay less money. Emerson Royal. Oh my goodness. I don't care if fuck that he scored a goal today. This is the worst footballer. This is the worst footballer I have seen at my football club. The worst. And I see Lewis Hotby. I've seen trash. But Emerson Royal. That's on his head.
Lewis Hotby, you know.
Then who else? Who's next? The bombs that he has bought. Fraser Foster. The fuck is this about? I understand backup goalkeeper. Go get me a real goalkeeper. I have Hugo Hennessy Lloris in goal right now because this guy couldn't get me a better goalkeeper. Who else? Who else has he brought in this team?
Perisic.
See, Perisic, this goes to Conte. But we're getting there. No, I'm seeing links to I'm seeing links to Saniolo. I said this already. This guy has more yellow cards in the last 2 seasons than goal involvement as an attacking player. This is who he wants to sign. And Conte's approving that signing as well. Actually, I need to put these two in a pack. They are like a tag team because it's the Italia Mafia, Italy YSL. These guys need to be arrested because I'm sick and tired of these two trying to hope up my club. I'm seeing Conte coming with comments after the game. Well, you can't buy experience. Well, you can buy experience. What the fuck?
You can buy experience, yes. You can buy experience.
What the fuck does that mean? So you want us to get Ashley Young, Acerbi, Deville, all above the age of 30 because they have experience. The fuck does that mean? And people say, no, but you don't need to be old and experienced because Kulusevski and Bentancur already had a lot of experience by the time. Guess what? A couple of months ago, he called these guys out as signings and said, these are not good enough signings. They can win and help you win a title.
Yeah.
Literally, ironically, these two are the best players on the team right now. Ironically. So this guy, we have an average age of 27. I said it in the GC already. This guy is trying to make this team above 30 of average age. I'm gonna see 2 of my next centre backs if this guy stays. That's why I can't give this guy a new contract. I'm sorry. Because if you give him a new contract, 2 of my next centre backs are going to be 30 flawless. 30. I've seen it. People don't know. The guy wants Ashley Young at Tottenham. And the guy might be better than Emerson Royal.
He's better than Emerson Royal. That's true.
Yes, he is. But what is the point when we're not going to win anything then with that and then you're going to leave us with that? So we have to get rid of these guys later. You saw what happened with Perisic today. And the sad reality is here, we have to wait till the summer until Odoji comes from Udinese because Ryan fucking Sessegnon is on this team as well. By the way, quickly, before I continue, I don't support BLM in this team. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't support BLM in this team. Ryan Sessegnon, Emerson.
Everyone cancelled Jez, bro.
I don't give a fuck. I'm black as well. I can say this.
He is black. I can clarify. Jez is black. Yes, 110% black. Yes.
Ryan Sessegnon, fucking Emerson Royal, Lucas Moura. The fuck is this? None of these niggas I can go and be like proud of. I can't. I'm ashamed. I share the same color of them. I'm ashamed because I can't believe how bad they are as footballers. I'm seeing Chelsea sign Sterling. I'm seeing them Madueke. I'm seeing Badia Sheila. I'm seeing Caicedo. These are real black men. I'm seeing niggas from the slums in my team. This is what I'm seeing, and this is what I'm saying. I'm anti BLM in this Tottenham team. I'm sorry. Other than Basuma, will I give give her a season because I think it's fair. Just give a new signing at least a season.
Yeah,
I love all the other BLM players on this team. Fuck off this summer. Fuck off. Call me Johnny Minimus. I don't give a fuck. Get off the team. Because I'm sick and tired of these guys. Selling me. They keep selling me. And I look funny because people look funny at me because they're saying this. Anyways, Antonio Conte, fam.
It's gonna be good. Before you get into Antonio Conte, you know what I'm saying? Take a pause for the calls a second, just there. There's over 60 of you lot locked in. 50 likes, we said. We're at 43, we're short. And I know all 60 of you lot are not subscribed either. Subscriber check 1212. Let's hit that subscriber button. We're aiming for, I forgot the number now. Yeah, 4,830. So 5 more people, 5 more subscribers. The likes have just gone up, which is sick, but we're still aiming for 50. We're 4 short on that as well. I am looking for new mods, people. I will be putting a mod team together for mods in the chat and adding us all in the group, you know what I'm saying, and get the Sarcasm City mods patterned as well. So if you're a regular here, number 1, and you want to be one of the mods, let me know in the chat, you know what I'm saying, and I'll note down. I'm looking for like 10 mods, looking for like a team of 10. So let me know. But yes, bump up the likes, people. Can't reiterate how important this is. We're now 2 short of 50, and there's over 60 of you lot. 50 likes, people, and subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell. I know you lot are enjoying this content because you're not getting this anywhere else at this time. If you are in the UK or whatever time zone, you ain't getting this type of content anywhere else. Jess, back over to you.
Big man himself, the legends of Antonio Conte, fam. This brother, this season.
Please be respectful.
Hey, you say me be respectful. How about when you're Champions League? Be more respectful to him as well.
I don't do that.
You want to do it? I'll do it as well then.
Don't do that, bro.
Be more respectful to Havertz. He went to a Champions League.
Both have trophies. You guys don't.
I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. So why are you disrespecting somebody that wins trophies?
Exactly. I don't like this.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't like this, bro.
Anyways, Antonio Conte, fam. This brother. We can talk about how this team shouldn't really finish even top 4. They shouldn't even have last season, to be honest. This team is not better than City's team. Even Liverpool in the shit they are. This team is not better than Liverpool's team on paper. Not better than Man United's. Not better than Newcastle's. Not better than Chelsea's. Not better than Arsenal. So really and truly, 7th, 8th, 9th is really to true position we should be at. And when you look at the table, you would think, we're doing a good job. Nottingham Forest away. Twice. And one was in the Carabao Cup. West Ham. Fulham at home. Bournemouth away. Bruv. Sporting at home. Frankfurt. We nearly battered the fucking league at home to Frankfurt. They're winners. They're literally winners. Pause. But winners.
Did you just call them winners?
Frankfurt is a worst. It's a winner. This is what it is. They are bro. They went down by 10. We're winning the game 3. We're winning the game 3-1. They go our man down in the 60th minute. They literally were about to dunk on us and make a comeback with 10 man down. We played worse with more man on the pitch than less with equal amount of man up in the pitch. Oh, thanks. Even Marseille, the fact that we finished top of the group is the most fugazi first place finish I have seen in a minute, because for whatever reason, the Marseille, it's like the players knew if you were gonna score a goal, if they let us score a goal, we can finish first. And they wouldn't play no more in Europe in general in Marseille, because they stopped playing football, and for whatever reason, this fake Viking can all of a sudden find some shooting boosts. I can keep Portsmouth away. Oh my goodness. Now, was it away? No, it was Portsmouth at home. We only beat them because of a Harry Kane wonder goal. Portsmouth. Pumpy. Their name is Pumpy. Bruv.
Yeah, Pumpy. Shout out Pumpy.
What the fuck is a pumpy? What? What is
Respect this? Mason Mount boyhood club, but carry on.
Hey, okay, do you want Mason Mount still at your club? Yeah, that's what I thought, man.
Yeah, he got you there, Timo.
No, I'm in my soul, man. I'm in my back right now. Don't try this. No, because like, bro, so many results, so many garbage first half performances, so many comebacks this season. We went down 2-0 7 times this season. Lucky that I can't find out the teams right now. And I know who I can already imagine who the teams were. I know one of them was Bournemouth. You're telling me we're going 2-0 down to Bournemouth? Who the fuck is in this Bournemouth team? Dominic Solanke, Kevin Moore. And I understand these are not Conte players. I understand you have to back him more and more, but the performances been inexcusable all season. All season, like the amount of trash first half I have to deal with, the amount of comebacks, doggy style FC moments I had to witness this season. Our second highest goal scorer is a midfielder. There isn't even a goal scorer.
Who's your second highest goal? Who's your second highest goal scorer?
Bentancur.
Why is it Bentancur? Man.
And he's not even a goal scorer.
Yeah, that's true. I hear that.
And guess how many goals he's on? 5.
4? All right, Fez.
5 goals. And oh my days, it's this guy stinks. And then most criminal thing he does is playing with Richarlison as a touchline winger. He is willing to have Son, who's been stinking all season, keeping on for 90 minutes. But he's not willing to take him off for Richarlison, who can play in that position and he's comfortable there. But make one of our best curators a right wing back now, just so Richarlison can come on the pitch. I'm seeing centre backs coming in to change the game. What the fuck is this shit? Who the fuck brings on centre backs when you're 2-0 down?
yeah, that's crazy.
I'm seeing three centre backs. I'm seeing 3 centre backs on the pitch, 10 minutes to go, and we are goal down. Even I'm seeing guys get linked to my club who are not curators. I'm seeing Zaniolo is not a footballer. The guy has no healthy knees. Megan the Stallion vibes. Bent down over. Guy has no healthy knees. Like the criminal things he has done this season, playing two guys versus 4 guys in midfield against Arsenal, the most informed team with United this season. In Newcastle, he's playing 2 in midfield, and he thinks he can stop Arsenal with that. Embarrassing. Being able to change a game mid-game, change your tactics mid-game, encourage your players mid-game. Embarrassing all season, fam. And I understand this guy, elite coach, all this and that. But let's be honest, fam. Like, when you really look at this team and when you look at the performance this season, fucking Everton. Oh my days, Everton. I remember this game now as well. This was a stink fest. Oh my days, Everton. Who the fuck is on the Everton team? The Maui Crew.
Hey, respect Frank Lampard.
Frank, bro.
I don't give a fuck about Everton, fam. Who do you want from that Everton team in the attack?
You go.
Oh, this reminds me of Everton. This guy was willing to pay 40 million for Anthony Gordon.
Lampard in my midfield.
This guy wanted Anthony Gordon for 40 million in the summer. Lord have mercy. This criminal, the amount of players he has tried to get to this club. I'm thankful that we didn't back him. I'll be so real. It's already a disgrace with certain players he has been backed with, how they have turned out this season. And for me, like I said, he needs to go literally tonight, to be honest, because this is not going to change. He's not going to sign a new contract. No players are not going to come in. This guy's keep going to cry after every game. Milan is going to smoke us because this guy cannot coach us. We're playing 3 centre backs and we can't defend. The fuck is this about?
That's true.
The fuck is this about? So for me, I don't see the point. And then obviously, the owners, man.
Take a calls for the take a break. Take a break, Jez, for a second.
Calm, man.
What you saying? You good? You good, Surfer?
Yeah, how's everyone doing this fine?
Everyone's blessed, man. They're all good, man.
All
I'm
Friday.
blessed. I'm very
Friday.
blessed. I'm very happy actually because
Friday, man.
I'm very happy. It's a Friday. I don't have uni today. Conte is closer to being sacked. You know, it's a good day. It's a good day for everybody. Chelsea signed some two players today.
One player. Who's the second player?
Oh, you went in for Cassia.
Yeah, Madueke.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been a blessed day I'll be real.
Good day.
Why is it a blessed day when we sign two players?
No. I asked if you guys signed two players today. I thought
only Madueke, bro. Madueke.
Yeah. Now I still had a blessed day still. Regardless.
Carry on. Carry on.
Carry on.
Take a let him take it. Let him take a pause to the course.
I'd see. The funny thing is, I could go on for more, but I can't for too much longer as well.
We got time, man. Don't worry, man. We got time.
Take a pause to the course.
I got time. No, we got time, but I'll be real. We might be staying till 6 a.m. here. I'll be real.
Oh, we do what we gotta do, man. We're here, man. We gonna keep the show rolling, man. We gonna keep the lights on in this bitch.
I don't care, man. We've done the 7-hour stream one time, so I don't care.
But before we continue, I did mention it earlier for people who are talking about wanting to be mods. Because obviously, like I said, I'm gonna put together the mod team. Just message me, DM me on Instagram, people. You can see it there. That's me flawless. Get at me on Instagram. That's me flawless. It's right there. Shout out to give it to Mikey as well, who just became a member of the channel. He's now a Sarcasm citizen. Love, much appreciated, Mikey. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment, people. Not only does it support the channel further, you also get many great perks as well, including how to get on this channel as well. There's a lot of people you see on here were members first, and then they joined, they fit the system, and then they're here. As does everybody you see on this channel, apart from Ryan. Everybody fits the system and is here, you know what I'm saying, because of just total merit and not just because we feel sorry or Yan made a bad decision. But we move, people. Let's bump up the likes. You know what I'm saying? There's 6. You lot are laughing, just putting it out there, right? It was not my good. Hey, Yan can hold that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can respect her. You know what I'm saying? Sure, man. Yeah. But as we were saying, 6 likes of 60. So let's do that, people. Let's bump it up to 60 likes. That is the next milestone. And subscribe as well. We're 4 short from 4,800 in it. That is the aim for the stream. And don't worry, man, we're gonna get back to Jez. You lot in the chat as well, continue to get your suggestions in, continue commenting, continue talking for yourself. But Jez is on a roll, so that's why and in the mud, you just gotta let people go. You know what I'm saying? When man are in the zone, give him the ball and get the fuck out of the way. And at the moment, Jez just shooting threes. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do.
I'm not missing too. I'm on a hot streak. I feel like Clay Thompson.
Go on.
But yeah, man, honest. 1st of June 2019, the downfall of Tottenham Hotspur. Everything that Poch has built, this was the downfall. Guess what the day was?
Go on, what was that day?
That was the Champions League final versus Liverpool.
Okay.
The club from there onwards went downhill because they thought they're the big shit now because they made the Champions League final. They thought, you know what, Poch? Thank you for your services, but you're not big enough for us anymore. You're not that guy for us anymore. Let's get Jose Mourinho in, who had a very interesting sting at Manchester United. Has won trophies, but all United fans were sick of it at the end. So bringing somebody in with that kind of thing, which wanting to win trophies, fair enough. Bear in mind, Pochettino in the same season, a couple of months ago, before that UCL final, said how this team needed a painful rebuild, and he brings on Joseph. Don't get anyone similar to kind of Poch like Nagelsmann at the time when the whole board said get Nagelsmann in to replace Poch because it makes in terms of stylistic of football and approach is very similar. But he said, no, fuck that. I'm not listening to what the people that know what they do at their job, by the way, say. Let's get Jose Mourinho in because I'm been Jose Mourinho's biggest fan since Porto. He wanted this guy in for a time since he's been at Chelsea, since he's been at Porto. He always wanted to see Jose Mourinho at Tottenham managing. Guess what? You saw what happens. Everybody thinks this team can win a trophy with fucking Regular and Højbjerg. Remember this summer when people thought we can go and win a Premier League?
Yeah, that's true. People were talking about you like winning the Premier League as a fact.
They were talking about Premier League. brother. I was like, yo, who the fuck is Sergio Regulon? And Pierre Emil Højbjerg, Joe Roden, bruv, it's Ryan Sessio. The list goes on. Giovanni Lo Celso, that prick. I hate this nigga. I hate Gio. This is Giovanni. This is one of the worst people I hate because this guy loves to turn up for Argentina every time, comes back to Tottenham, and doesn't know how to make a 5-yard pass. I hate this guy. But nah, cool. Funny, and the funny thing is here, Jose asked for Ruben Diaz was waiting for us. He was waiting for us. All he had to do is go to Benfica and pay the money. Nope. They late with this bullshit because Skriniar was also there. Wanted to get the Skriniar deal done first. City come in, boom, quick. He leaves Benfica for City. Fair enough. Skriniar still on the table. Last day off the window. Steve Hitchen, that bald bastard, flew to Italy. He flew to Italy. Had an espresso. Apparently was talking to Inter representatives. Comes back to England and he presents me Joe Roden. How in the fuck is this happening? How do you fly over to a whole country for a whole day drinking espressos and talking to people and come back to the window with Joe Roden from Swansea? Swansea, bro. This is not even Italy. Well, I don't even know. Is Swansea even in England?
It's in Wales. It's in Wales.
It's in Wales. It's in Wales, bro. And he tells me, oh yeah, fuck it. We're going to come back with Joe Roden. So when people say Joseph was backed, hell to the hell no. Because I don't understand how you go to Italy and then 2 days later come up with a guy that is from Swansea that nobody heard about. And then you have his shitty brother on the timeline as well. Put coins on the timeline.
Wait, what? Wait, what are the timeline? Coins. Did you just say?
Coins. The fucking.
Oh yeah, come on, you Spurs. Yeah.
Man said coins. That's fucking joke.
Oh my. And it's the amount of criminals. This guy. Oh my days! When I think about the deals that we have missed out. We missed also so many players because of this guy. I can go from Joe Moutinho. I can talk about how this guy put in 25 million plus Josh Onana for Grealish. And they said no. How this guy didn't want to pay the money for Zayn Chancellor before he went to Borussia Dortmund. The guy was at the training ground. And they said, nah, let him go to Dortmund. Oh, who else? Who else are the players that he missed out? I'm talking about already Kim Min Jae. I already talking about Kavicha.
Talk about it again, fam.
Grealish. Griezmann was on the list. Fucking Tony. I think Tony was one of the people as well that they looked at. Oh my, Victor Osimhen.
Damn, that's a lot.
And the list goes on.
I feel bad for you, but you're a top. There's only
a few players that I have mentioned of the list of players that could have been at this club, but this guy refused to get these people into the club because he was Dybala. Oh my days! The day David Ornstein sent the dagger on me, I died on that day. I generally couldn't move on that day. That was the most heartbreaking story of all of them.
What was the story? No,
just the way how what's it called? How he ended literally all the Dybala talks and we didn't sign Dybala. That day, I died. Right. I died, bro. This one right there killed me. I know we were linked with Bruno Fernandes as well during that time. Oh yeah, Bruno Fernandes also another player.
That was Hazard.
If you want, we can take him now. I'm just pointing out.
At this point, I think even Hazard was one of the players. We have players who are literally going to medicals at us and said last minute, fuck no, let's go to Chelsea. We have players like this. We have players like this going on. It's a shock. 20 years it's been since they bought Tottenham, and I have seen one trophy in return. 20 years, and don't get it twisted. Tottenham in terms of statue have never been a type of club that they are now. Tottenham wasn't this type of club like 20 years ago. So you have to give them some sort of credit to where they have brought the gap from. But now, when the club is actually making money, When bro, I think the thing just today came out, the revenue of the clubs around all the worlds. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. Watch me when I'm in real pain. This is not pain. This is just this is not pain. When I'm in pain, I don't even show up. I'll be real. You know I'm in pain if I never show up. This is not pain. Because these owners, these crooks, and all ironically, all of them are bald as well. No hair. No hair. These people, generally speaking, all the important people at the club have no hair.
I don't know. I don't know what that. What is that correlation?
There's a correlation to it. All I'm saying is, man, the brainless, the brainless people at the club have no hair. Conte doesn't have no hair. He has a wig, so it doesn't count.
That's not nice.
Hey man, what was nice about Havertz's final goal in the Champions League final?
That was a nice goal, but why? I'm not disrespecting people's appearances.
Conte
come on, man. This is 2023 and we're shaving people's hair.
I don't give a fuck, man. Anyways, man, like we go from this beautiful football that Poch was playing, and then this is when the suffer starts. You give me Jose Mourinho terrible.
Yeah.
Then you go from Jose Mourinho terrible to Ryan Mason. 6 days before a final. You sucked Jose 6 days before a final because you were scared. You were scared that he would win that final, so you would have to pay him more. What in the fuck is
that?
This
is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. You want to not win a trophy.
They didn't wanted him to win the trophy because if he would have won the trophy, they would have had to pay him more. What in the fuck is this? And they thought Ryan Mason can go and win against Pep Guardiola. Fam, he became a meme on that day because they showed this fucking record against Pep. Pep managed over 200 games for City. Ryan Mason's first game, 0-1, 0 wins, 0 draws, 0 losses. This was my day. This was one of the most embarrassing days ever. Then I went from Ryan Mason to Nuno. Nuno Espirito Santos. Bear in mind, fam. We were rejected by every. We got rejected by every girl in the club, and we had to take the dead one. You know that one that says "Yo, I club everybody." That club's just there. You can have it, fam. This is what Nuno was. And on 3 games. 3 games was enough for me to be Nuno out. I saw him against City, I saw him against Wolves, and I saw him against whoever the fuck the other team was. But these 3 games were enough to speed Nuno out. Fair enough, top of the table. We're coming back for international break. So London, we were London's bitch. Chelsea, Arsenal, West Ham. I think Fulham wasn't that run. Everybody could give it to us one. We got penetrated, lubricated. Oh my day. I don't even want to use the other words because I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. This is what London did to us. So we went from this Nuno ball to Conte. We went from Nuno, we went from Jose. We went from Jose to Nuno to fucking
the floor. Conte. This guy's had the whole house. What are you talking about the floor?
Hey, fuck it. I get
let him have the whole house, man. Let him have
the house. I'll be real because I'm about to be finished. Because if I really was about to get on, give me the whole world because I could go on and on.
I think the people enjoy it. The numbers are going up. The estate is yours, man.
All I'm saying is here. I went.
Ryan, Havertz won our world champions.
This guy gave me from going from the good football that I saw with Poch. I went from Jose. I went to Nuno. I went to Ryan Mason, and I went to Conte. Brother, no trophies, terrible football, shit footballers, no triangles. I don't know how I still have love for this game. I'm bottom row. That's why. If I wasn't bottom row material, I would have stopped watching the game. I would be a full-time tennis fan. I'll be real. I would have stopped this shit. But I love the game. But the game is killing me. This club is trying to kill the love for the game now. Fam, I'm seeing Man United play beautiful football. I'm seeing Arsenal play beautiful football. I'm seeing Newcastle play beautiful football with Fabian Schär. New staff, long staff. Jolinton. But I'm suffering. I have to see
Callum Wilson.
I have to see Heung-min Son trying to complete a touch. Never mind a goal. Never mind a goal, a touch. When I tell you he's as worse as Elanga, he might be worse than Elanga at this point. I'll be real. Because at least Elanga will press.
Elanga will press. I'll give you that's true. That's true.
So for me, like I said, I can go on and on and on. But this club in the mud. Everything from top to bottom in the mud. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck who, even the lunch ladies, the medical stuff, the pitch owners, everyone, and just everybody in the mud. And guess what? The only thing good about this, guess the only thing that's good, the good thing about this team right now is the club is the fucking stadium, because we're gonna get Wizkid in a couple of weeks.
Hey, big up the.
We're gonna get NFL. We're gonna get NFL.
Hey, big up the pie though. Big up the pie.
We're gonna get NFL. We're gonna get Beyonce. We're gonna get Lady Gaga. We're gonna get NFL.
Fury fights.
And Fury fights. AG fights. Just
at least you'll see someone win.
We're gonna see WrestleMania.
Come on.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, bro.
You know what?
Fuck having that at Tottenham. Put that at Wembley or somewhere with dignity.
And you know what?
I don't know. Ask Triple H, bro.
All I'm saying is here, fucking change the fuck, because clearly we're not here to be about football. Change this team to a fucking entertainment hub. And there is no reason why there should be football played. Everything but football. Play rugby, play cricket, because the stadium is winning. This stadium everything can happen but football. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing football in the shitty stadium from. I wish the stadium can get burnt down. I'm tired of NFL. I'm tired of Beyonce. I'm tired of good memories on the way. I don't want to see. I'm seeing Wizkid coming pulling up. I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to see Wizkid pulling up to my. Shout out to
Wizkid. Respect Wizkid, man. Respect Wizkid.
I love Nigerian. I love Afrobeats. I love the music, but bro, I want to see trophies in the thing. I want to see armpits. I don't want to see Wizkid. The fuck.
Respect
I want to see parades. I'm so much down to a knee. I'm on my knees for a Carabao Cup. Everybody on this panel, I would be willing to throw off a cliff for a Carabao Cup right now.
Are we worth that little, bruv? Not even a big trophy. I'm desperate. Carabao Cup.
I'm desperate. It's like
you know what? I agree with him. I would throw any of you
for a $7,000 trophy, bro.
I would throw any of you lot off a cliff for a Carabao Cup this season. I ain't gonna lie.
It's like being.
It's like that.
It's like being in your 70s and still a virgin.
Fair enough.
It's the same shit. So
yeah, desperate,
everybody. So everybody in the club, in the mud. Levy in the mud. Conte, he has to hold that in the mud. Hugo Lloris in the mud. Kane in the mud. Luis in the mud. Son in the mud. Paracetamol, all my days in the mud. Oh man, and the funny thing is, I'm not even done. If I could go on, I could go on.
I'll go on, man.
I'm fucking tired. I can't do it no more.
Yeah, go on, man.
Let's change the fucking topic, because I don't want to talk about this treasures team no more.
Take a pause, because I'm sure, hey, you lot in the chat, I know some of you lot, we're normally more interactive, but in the mud is less interactive because we just have people getting things off their chest. But get your questions in for Jess. If you got any Spurs questions, this is the perfect time. To Black Diamond, who said, oh my days, got no notification. That's your YouTube video. But that being said, big up to having Black Diamond in the building as well first. And let's hit the subscribe button, people. How we still 3 short of the target, that man said. It was only 7 subscribers this live stream. That's it. No, actually. Yeah. We're 3 short now, actually. I stand corrected. There's over 70 of you lot locked in, which is sick. But I know all 72 of you lot locked in are not subscribed. So 3 of you at least aren't subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well. We go live here every day. It's twice a day. But we go live at least once a day. But more often than not, it's twice a day. We're bringing you 2 live streams all year round, Monday to Sunday, people. Where else are you getting content like this with great content creators, people? And let's bump up the likes as well. Over 70 of you lot. And we're 2 short of 70 likes. So let's get up to 75. That is the next milestone. 75, not even 70 likes, 75 likes. In regards to what Jess said as well, I understand all of his even though it's funny, I understand all of his points in regards to Spurs and why he's so frustrated. And I count my lucky stars that Manchester United did not get Conte. Because at one point I wanted Conte at my football club. It was that bad. And now I look at what he's doing at Spurs.
We so much in the mat.
You'd have done bits for you.
There's so much in the mat. We even lost the Ensakiko. We just saying Ensakiko. How the fuck do you're supposed to go and win the Ensakiko? How the fuck did we lose that one?
What, to United? Was it? Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Was it Oli and Nunes? Nuno,
yeah,
sorry.
Oli and Nuno, yeah. And I said whoever loses gonna win in the end because then the manager gets sacked. We still lost. We still lost.
You see, it's not the managers; it's just Tottenham. Conte would have done fine if he was at United.
Well, I'm saying he definitely wouldn't have done fine. No way.
United wouldn't be this good. United wouldn't be
Martial and we'll call him 11.
I've watched that trash ass football he's serving up at Spurs. Thank God he is not at my football club.
But this guy ain't got the right facilities.
Under Conte,
what's he gonna do with Maguire and Lindelof?
Yes, he would have played a
skip them deep in the deep block in the back three. So ain't got to deal with no pace. Yeah. And I don't know, Harry Beckenbauer.
With Conte, United right now, Maguire would be a regular starter. Deep it, man. Deep it.
I'm not with it. So yeah, with Conte, I understand why, you know what I'm saying, you believe, why you stated all you stated. And Conte, like, modern day football is just passed him by. I've said it before and I say it again. Pragmatic managers don't win league titles. Who's the last pragmatic manager to win a league title? Ranieri. And obviously he won it surprisingly, so you would expect him to play like that. But when you look at the better teams who are winning league titles, so whether that's Liverpool, whether that's Manchester City with Klopp and Pep, they're playing progressive football. I'm saying very like that style is over now. It's done. You know what I'm saying? Go on, Victor.
Oh, sorry. I was about to say, actually, it was Conte in our season.
There we go then. Conte, what was that, 14, 15, 15, 16?
Yeah, that's like 6 years ago now. So.
Yeah, so look how long we're talking ago. That's done, people. That's done.
Like time that was, man.
What a great time. 93 points, man. West Brom away.
That guy, man. City away, I will never forget.
Ironically, Jamie Carragher after the game also said, like, those type of managers are not winning trophies.
No, they don't. They don't win big trophies anymore. Very similar to having a striker who just offers you goals. This ain't the 90s anymore. This ain't early 2000s where you can have a striker who gives you goals and nothing else. That's why you see the likes of Lukaku struggling. If you put Lukaku in the 90s, he'll do fine in the 4-4-2 era. Absolutely fine, because certain strikers like Filippo Inzaghi, for those that know, one of the worst footballers I've ever seen. One of the greatest goal scorers I've ever seen at the same time. In today's day and age, he would die. Absolutely die. Because all he could offer was scoring goals. And it's the same way now with fullbacks where, again, 20 years ago, you could have fullbacks who could just defend and be okay on the ball. Now, as a modern-day fullback, you have to be as comfortable on the ball as a midfielder. Same way with centre-backs, actually. Anywhere you play in a back four or back three, you now have to be comfortable as comfortable on the ball as a 6 or an 8 or a 10. Like, because the game's evolved and the game will go full circle, and all it takes is for one manager to be successful being pragmatic, then everyone will switch to that. Same way with Conte, when he was successful with the back three, you've seen a lot of Premier League teams switch to a back three. Pep's successful with his style, you see a lot of teams now trying to play out from the back, and so forth and so forth. People will copy and try and imitate what is successful in today's day and age. And to Salefa, who says Haaland offers nothing but goals, though, that's a miss. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Haaland offers more than goals. But because it's cool to stick it on Haaland, that's what Haaland gives you more than goals. Just his movement alone. You know what I'm saying? Just the attention he attracts. As soon as you're playing Manchester City, the first thing opposition managers are doing are like, all right, let's pop up with a game plan to stop Haaland. That's what it is. As soon as. Because I guaranteed if you're playing Manchester City, you don't want him playing. If your team is playing Manchester City in a Champions League final and you have the ability to take Haaland out of the side, you're taking him out of the side. So how is he making them worse? That's how it don't make no sense. But people just run with this nonsense because they see it on Twitter. Because I know people talking about Haaland on the bench in the Manchester derby. I said, yeah, put him in the stands. I even want him on the bench. Put him in the stands because that's a player who can change a game. Does he need to add more to his game? Yes, but he's what, 22? Well, Haaland's a quality player. Is he? What is it? 20, 21, 22? He's young.
21, 22.
And he's already scoring goals. So Haaland offers more than goals, 100%. Compare Haaland to Suarez and Benzema, he looks like just like but compare Haaland to two of the best strikers we've ever seen. That's insert name here. Benzema is one of the best strikers we've ever seen. Suarez is one of the best strikers we've ever seen. So Haaland is different to them. Is he as good as Suarez and Benzema? No, but who is? That's a short-ass list. That's unfair. You can count that list on your hand in regards to strikers that are better than those two in the past 20 years. They're probably two of your top 5. I think Lewandowski, Suarez, Benzema, Aguero. I don't know who else, but that's just off the top of my head. I don't know if the panelists can think of another top striker within the past 20 years that matches up with them. But that's the 4 to me. It's Benzema, Suarez, Aguero.
Lewandowski.
That's the 4.
Anyone
else? Yeah, in the last 20 years.
Drogba, kind of?
I don't put Drogba's there, but I don't put him in that class.
Eto'o.
You get what I'm saying?
Eto'o.
Yeah, Eto'o. But see how far we start talking. They're that good that we're talking about strikers who were like the class before. I rate Eto'o and Drogba highly. You know what I'm saying?
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Zlatan, I forgot.
I think he's the class below, but that's just me.
Suarez.
Yeah, Suarez I mentioned. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Suarez, Benzema, Lewandowski, Aguero, maybe a Falcao. But look at what we're talking about. We're talking some of the best strikers we've ever seen. So to say Haaland's not on the level of Suarez and Benzema is unfair. Because there isn't many that are.
Van Persie.
Yeah. Van Persie again. Look, we're talking about Van Persie who retired in what 2015. You know what I'm saying?
Alan Shearer.
Yeah. You're saying way back. Look, we're taking it way back. We gotta compare. That's how good that class is. We're now comparing them to classes before.
Thierry
Henry, class before him. Ian Wright before all of these players before him. So Benzema and Suarez are ridiculous. Big up to Manj every single time. Says big up the panel and the chat as well. Galib says, it's not pragmatic on it's not about pragmatic or not. Zidane plays pragmatic too and Ancelotti too. It depends how you're using your players. No, it depends because you're not successful. Let me change this. You're not successful in the Premier League playing a pragmatic style. That's a fact. Look at the winners of the competition. Look who wins the Premier League.
Yeah, this is what Carragher also literally said.
He said it today.
He said it, particularly in the Premier League. He said he didn't really mention like other leagues, particularly in the Premier League. You see it as well. This progressive style of football, like you see it now. No, even Chelsea's trying to get away with it. Chelsea used to have like kind of playing this pragmatic style, but win trophies. They're trying to get away from it as well now with Potter and trying to go into this new era as well. Like Eddie Howe, you see it now playing a very well side, cohesive side, playing well. Doesn't get dominated by other teams. Rarely only by other teams. Maybe you see it with Brighton, Fulham.
Yeah,
like. This pragmatic style, you see, like it limits footballers to even. We always talk about how footballers these days are limited. No, you limit them as well by telling them they are restricted to stay in their own box, don't press. When you already have you have to play against teams that are meant to be progressive and have the technical abilities and creative outlets and everything. And in those teams, you're just making it a lot harder these days. This is where I kind of feel sorry for guys like Son, for example. The guy is technically playing left wing back, and he's an attacker.
Yeah, because when I think about it, I'm like, next to Conte, who's the next pragmatic manager that's having success in the league? Who's the next one?
Probably Eddie Howe.
No, Newcastle, I don't think Newcastle don't play a pragmatic style.
Yeah, they're playing very good football.
They play progressive football. You know what I'm saying? Arsenal play progressive football under Arteta. City play progressive football or attempt to. Manchester United the same. I'm saying Eddie Howe with Newcastle the same. There's 4. I'm saying Brighton the same under Zerbi. Graham Potter is that type. He might not under Chelsea, but that's Graham Potter's remit. Like that's what he's gonna try and do at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? He don't sit up defensively and play in a low block at Brighton. Obviously, he ain't got his play, but his plan is to. Like, that's what that is. Go on.
I say Brentford as well. Brentford play good football.
Brentford, under Thomas Frank, they play progressive football. Like, they will go to an Anfield and bop them off the park. This is my point. Is that's the style that is. That's the new wave. Like, pragmatic. That's why Mourinho's managing third-tier competitions in Roma. That's why he's mid-table or wherever he's at with Roma. That's why Conte is on his way out. Van Gaal manages international level. These managers don't survive here no more. It's not the way forward.
Even Ancelotti, obviously, I have a lot of respect for him as a manager, what he has done over the years, but even last season, that Champions League was massively dependent on Benzema performing at the level he did. Because if Ancelotti didn't have him performing at the level, he might not even win the La Liga. He doesn't win the Champions League, if we want to be honest,
I'm big up to go on, fam.
And you see it this season. They've been also before the season, but even before the World Cup, they've been kind of struggling as well. It's the same thing again, like last season. But the only difference is Benzema is not performing to the high level. Obviously, he's been injured this season, so he needs to get healthy again. But if Benzema is not playing at those higher levels like he did last season, it's going to be a lot harder for them now.
Facts.
And Ancelotti has done a lot in the game. He doesn't really have anything to prove anymore in sport. But again, he's just kind of shown where football is kind of dying in the way he used to be coaching, like Conte and Jose. But this is where it's time for guys like Eddie Howe, Potter, Servies, Arteta, Ten Hag to now go on and
be the next guys.
The next generation, the next cycle of football, where it's progressive football.
They're gonna be the next guys. No, that's facts. You spin? Like, they're gonna be the next guys. And big up to RH11 as well. Says big up the panel, flawless. Big up. I like how the show is at the right hours for the yard man. Hey, big up, man. Love to see my Jamaicans in the building. Love that. Hopefully can join the panel one day. Yeah, man. I run fan calling shows. Don't worry, in it. Just keep a lookout. I'll be running fan calling shows. In the Mud will probably become more interactive as well when it's been a slow week as well. Because you'll normally get this show Wednesdays, people. Not every Wednesday, but again, just always keep a lookout. Always keep a lookout. But yeah, Conte is in the like Conte just done. Very similar to Mourinho being finished, and Conte fans and stands can't take it. That he's done. At the top level, Conte is finished. He's no longer the guy you bring in the Premier League to help you win a league title. Very similar to Mourinho. Mourinho was that at Manchester United. Now when Mourinho moves to a club, the talk and the aim isn't to win the league. That wasn't the aim when he went to Spurs. That's no disrespect. That's why he went to Spurs. That's why he's now at Roma. But, man, we'll see. We'll see what goes on. I could be wrong, but I don't see it coming into style anytime soon. Tuchel would be better, but would he go to Spurs? I don't see why he goes to Spurs.
Absolutely not. Stay away from Thomas Tuchel, please.
Or just to piss off Timo, I hope that he goes to Spurs.
Why?
Just for chaos purposes.
The funny thing is, not our manager anymore. If he needs a job, he needs a job.
Yeah, exactly. It's more, but if the club is going to be willing to give him, the funny thing is, if the club is willing to give him 50 million, he's going to think about it, like the club. Yeah. So it's, end of the day, which you're insane if you turn on 50 million pay in a year.
Come on, man. It's not going to be that dumb enough to accept that job.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The people said,
you're right. You're right. It's not as if they were able to get Mourinho and Conte. You're right. Yeah, Thomas Tuchel will turn down
and AVB.
And AVB, stuff like that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking about in general the name Mourinho, the name Conte. Thomas Tuchel's really going to turn down someone offering £15 million a year. Yeah,
exactly. Sure. And it's free. It's technically free money
in London, where he's probably
in London as well. Yeah.
Just bring that Poch, man. Allow it.
This guy.
Anyways.
You think Levy has got an ego? The ego Levy has, he's going to go running back to Poch.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like I'm seeing reports saying how Poch is a possibility, but I think this is the kind of last resort if they're really going to be desperate. No, if it's going to be repeat like the summer before, like 2 seasons ago, where like literally no manager wanted to come and they fucked up the interviews with certain other managers as well. I think this is the only way I see Poch. For me, I always says well, like if it's a disgrace if Poch is the first option, they're gonna go in for him. Like for me, I'm not the type of guy that you go back to your ex. Nah, man.
Bring Ryan Mason, bro.
All right, okay.
Bring Conte. Don't fire Potter and get Conte, man.
Yeah. We've hit 80 likes. Big up to you lot. We've hit 80 likes, man. So big up to you lot. Let's go. We'll go 90 before we close out because we're gonna close out in the next 10 minutes. You lot get your questions in. I know you lot have been asking questions because we pretty much covered the in the mud proportion of the show. And 2 more subscribers as well. We're 2 subscribers off the landmark and the milestone we was looking at. So I know all of you lot who are locked in and not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well and get us up to 90 likes, man. Because the more you lot like and subscribe, the more content we can produce. And then we can go live more often and we can produce better content. And you see us more and you see Ryan less. So there's no downside to it, people. 0 downside to it. Go on, team. What was you going to say?
Anyway, I was going to say anything else to add because literally we've been going an hour about Conte, but there's a lot of stuff.
All right, if you've got more to say, big man, the floor is yours with your brand new mic. Well, who do you want to crash on? Go on.
Actually, I just want to crash on the. It's not going to be long anyway, so it's simple CR7 and their fans in it. So
okay, talk about
what it is. So if you in the chat, just literally just tune in. So there's a game actually at 5 for those who don't know. It's an all-star game against PSG. Surfer call it a glorified friendly, you might say. Attracted lots of thousands of viewers out wide. Even the
big up Galib,
big up Galib.
Even the biggest CR7 stand, Mr. I Show Speed is in the grandstand. So you know what? After Juan Bernat made that reckless tackle, like he knew he was gonna stand off, but but I can't lie. When both teams have no defense in their sides, but boy, it was lots of goals. But then when PSG down to 10 men, literally Ronaldo cannot break them down. Even without Ramos in their team, they could not break them down. You know what they did? Took off Ronaldo and Messi. You know what? Game's done, guys. Just took off Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe in the 60th minute. Then, yeah, man. After that, apparently Ronaldo was given man of the match, though. But well done to him. But unfortunately, you're in the mud. He still lost the game.
Yeah, it was in the mud. It ain't even about Ronaldo because, he's not in that's a whole different conversation. His stance. That's who I'm talking to directly right now. I should have really ran this show around that time, but because so much was going on, I didn't. But his stance. All of you lot who were talking about, I'm saying we need to build the team around him. He scored 18 league goals last season. Where are we going to be? I mean, where would we have been? Well, where are we now without him? And where is he? This is the same guy that you lot wanted leading the line is now applying his trade in Saudi Arabia. Again, people, if you are a player over football club, cool. I have no problem with that. I don't understand it, but I have no problem with that. Just state that. I'm this football team, and when I say that, Manchester United FC over any player. I don't care if it's my favorite player or not. Are you what's best for the football club? And Ronaldo was not. And I got argued down. I went on Lewis's stream about this. You know what I'm saying? And the Chelsea fans on there, not Lewis, and they were talking about, we would take Ronaldo. Well, would you not take him now? Guarantee you lot wouldn't take him now. Everyone who was there.
Thank you.
Again, because people get lost. Good. People get lost in name. Same way with clubs, people get lost in name. When I was debating earlier about Manchester United and Barcelona, and someone in the chat told me Barcelona are a better team than Manchester City. But that's a whole different conversation. But my point is...
Wait, what?
Yes, somebody told me in the chat. It was Marcus. You know what I'm saying? He's a regular in the chat, United fan. Told me Barcelona are a better side than Manchester City. Yeah, I'm saying. Hey, you know
they might have a bad defense.
These are the people I have to talk to, you know what I'm saying, on a daily basis, but we move. And yeah, as I was saying, so yeah, with Ronaldo, and I stated all this, everything I stated about that situation went exactly as I said it would. People are like, you got agendas, you're doing it for views, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm doing it for the best interest of my football club. I said no top European clubs would be in for him. I said when Tuchel was in charge of Chelsea, that Tuchel is too smart for that. And what were the reports that came out? That Tuchel was completely against signing Cristiano Ronaldo. What were the reports about Graham Potter with Ronaldo potentially going there? Potter,
he didn't want him either.
Totally against him. You know why? Because they're two very smart individuals. They are smart individuals. They've been successful managers at different levels, but they're two very good managers, very good coaches. And Stevie Wonder can see that Ronaldo in 2023 at 38 years of age is not it. But stands because it's Cristiano Ronaldo in name only, get lost in it. Very similar to when I debate Manchester United fans about successes of Manchester United and where Manchester United should be. And people say, we're Manchester United. What does that mean in 2023? We haven't won a trophy in 6 years. How about you put that into perspective? We are Manchester United in name only. We are still Manchester United in name only. Are we progressing in the right way? Absolutely. But we still haven't done anything significant. We've had a phenomenal start in terms of Ten Hag's reign. It couldn't, if I could have wrote this, I couldn't have wrote it to go any better in terms of the progress we made on the pitch, off the pitch, players playing well, the cohesive, how good we are defensively, the results, being the informed team, going into games confident, etc. But people need to stop looking at names, and that's what happened when I was debating Barcelona today. And I said, Barcelona are not a good side. And people argued me down. I said, go look at their group. Go look at their Champions League group. It was Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, and Victoria P. Bayern Munich, step aside, top quality European opposition. Inter Milan, a Europa League side at best. Victoria P are a Conference League side at best. No one in this chat can name me 5 Victoria P players. But yet, we're supposed to be worried because they beat Real Madrid in the Spanish version of the Carabao Cup. And I'm not saying we can't lose, people. I'm not saying Manchester United can't lose to Barcelona because we can, but I'm not fearful. People making out their big favorites don't watch Barcelona regular. Well, we'll sit and jump on streams or be in live streams or be on Twitter or be on Gram, talk about Barcelona this, Barcelona that. You don't watch him. I stated on Stats, Facts, and Vibes. Shout out to Statman Baines because someone asked for him. He's just doing uni work. That Barcelona wouldn't get out of that group. It was 2 match days. I watched them once and said, they're not a good team. They are not getting out of this group. And people argued me down. And where are the Europa League? So if Barcelona are this good side, why did they drop out of the Champions League into the Europa League? Because they're not that good. People are like, oh, they've improved in the Spanish league. You lot don't rate. I'm not saying, again, Manchester United, I'm not the finished article. We could lose the game, but why would I not be confident going into that game? Why would I not be? People say, oh, they're top in La Liga. You lot don't rate La Liga. You lot be the first to call it a farmers league. So why should I why should I rate them for being top of a farmers league? Well, yeah, people went on a little mini rant there, but we moved. This is in the mud. So I circled this back all around to say, yo, all you stands are in the mud. That's what I say. All you Ronaldo stands disappeared.
Hold up.
I'm saying because now that man's applying his trade in Saudi Arabia, but you lot wanted him leading our charge for Champions League and a Premier League title race. He plays yesterday against Palace over Weghorst. That's who we have. A man deemed not good enough where the Burnley manager was sat on TV and said, nah, I wouldn't have him in my team. People forget like Vincent Kompany didn't say that. Like we all didn't watch that happen on the BBC. Burnley are who in the Championship. But when I state these things, people say, oh, but people will come back and say, won't ever poke holes in my argument. I'm all for the debate. But poke holes in what I'm saying. Because that's what happened earlier when I was doing Man United when I spoke about Barcelona. And I said, yeah, they're an average side. Because if Manchester United failed to get out of a group with Bayern Munich, Victoria P, and Inter Milan, we would never hear the end of it. Man, them would still be in the chat right now laughing about that. Still, let us fail. We failed to get out of tougher groups, and people mocked us for it. But because it's Barcelona and they're Barcelona, look at their team. Yes, they have Lewandowski, who over 180 minutes is the best player on the pitch when we play them. When we play them, he's the best. He's the best player on the pitch. Christensen's a close second. But yeah, like he's the best player on the pitch. And if he turns up on 10, he can win them the tie. Very similar to what Benzema did to Chelsea. He has the ability to do that. Very few play. But other than that, who am I supposed to be afraid of? Dembele, who has 12 league goals in the last 4 years. What we talking about? Alonso, who Chelsea fans would have drove to Barcelona to get rid of. Conte, who
he can drive himself.
This is what I'm.
This is
what I'm saying. Like people always want to hype up, and I get it from rival fans, but when United fans do it, I don't understand. Like, yes, be respectful, but don't be worried about no team in the Europa League. You know why? Because if they were that good, they wouldn't be in the fucking Europa League. They'd be in the Champions League. And like I said, name me 5 Victoria P players. Do you people even is it Czech Republic? Is that where they're from?
Yes.
I watch Inter Milan side that is bang average, beat them and struggle against them. But we'll see in it, because I guarantee if we lose to Barcelona, you lot will be in the comments. But if we win, no one gonna say shit. And I've been confident of this before the season, but we move. Like I said, I just had to get it off my chest. This is In the Mud, people. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're at 86 likes. 4 more, get us up to 90. And I don't even know if we've had any new subs in that time. And yeah, Josu, that's what it is like. Back your team. It's like when you talk confident about your team, people think you're being disrespectful to other teams. And that's not the case. I haven't once disrespected Barcelona. I've stated my opinion on them and stated what happened in their European group. I stated the fact that Dembele has 12 league goals in 4 years. But then people will criticize Anthony for having 4 league goals in 8 games and say he's a bust and he's no good and he's a flop. Oh, just food for thought, people. Just food for thought. Was Spurs crap? Was Spurs crap or was City just good? Both.
Both.
City were very good in the second half and Spurs did. And to Ray, who says Barca just put together this squad, they're getting better as the season progresses. You know who that sounds like, Ray? Us. We've just put this team together. Our season's progressing. Like, that's what it is. People forget we just had our worst ever season just last season. People forget that. People forget that we still have all them players who played there apart from Ronaldo are still involved. Rashford was there. Bruno was there. Martial was there, not for all of it. McTominay was there. Fred was there. Shaw was there. Lindelof and Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, De Gea were all there. These are all players who are playing major minutes and will continue to play major minutes. They're all playing better, yes, but let's not forget that. But this is my point, is it's always all hail. Whoever United are playing always turn into a Super Saiyan 3 team. All the time, and it annoys me. Every time we play in a team, this team's cold. If we swap Barcelona and Manchester United squads and managers, we don't have a prayer. That would be the conversation. If you give us Barcelona's team and give Manchester United our team, and we take Xavi, who's done nothing in the management of football, and give them Ten Hag, the whole conversation will be they've got Ten Hag. They've got world-class Champions League Varane. Martinez is in form. They've got Casemiro there who's playing well. They've got Eriksen. They've got one of the best pivots in the league, which we actually do. Rashford's in shit-hot form. He scored 9 goals in his last 10 games. Anthony's over there as well, who was a promising youngster. Like, the list goes on and on and on. But because it's us, people want to take that away from us. And you lot know me. Regulars know. I'll criticize United. I've criticized United more than most when I see fit. But praises also. Because if we switch, no one ain't talking. People bigger. What's Xavi done in the world of sport? In terms of management? What's he done compared to Ten Hag? What's he won?
I think he has won the Saudi League.
He won the Saudi League. So he's nowhere near Ten Hag in terms of it. But because it's Xavi at Barcelona and it's Ten Hag at Manchester United, all of a sudden we're going to act like they're equal. They're not equal. And again, don't get this mistaken, people. I'm not saying that Barcelona can't win that football match. But I'm saying I'll take my odds with who we've got. Because manager to manager, I'm not taking Xavi. All these people talk. None of you lot are taking Xavi at your football club. Let's call a spade a spade. None of you lot. A lot of people want Ten Hag.
Except Jez.
Well, Jez, would you take Xavi at Spurs?
Right
Not
now?
over Conte. Let's say Conte gets sacked. Would Xavi be in your top 5?
No, not really.
Exactly. There we go. Then. Would Ten Hag have been in your top 5?
Ten Hag was the original choice I wanted over Conte.
My point. But yeah, I say all that to say this, people. Manchester United fans, man, don't let like rival fans like banter you or get into. And back the team when the team's playing well. If the team was playing poorly, I understand. This was last season. We don't have a prayer. But we can actually go there and put in a performance and get results over these two. We just beat Manchester City. Let's not forget that. We've beat Arsenal that everybody's waxing lyrical about. We won 18 out of our last 20 games or something crazy like that. We're an informed team. Yes, Barcelona are also informed. They're top of their league and they should be confident too. But why are we not? We're not playing Real Madrid. We're not playing PSG. We're not playing Manchester City. We're playing a Europa League side Barcelona. But hey, it is what it is, people. And we're at 4,000.
Who's next?
If we're doing this whole rival fans thing, I want to say all you rival fans are in the mud as well because you're all doing this fucking. Oh, we've lost Roman. We're gonna get relegated. We ain't gonna have peas to spend anymore. We got Roman on steroids, bruv. We're buying every single one of your transfer targets. You better get them, and you better get them quick. We might be shit, and we're gonna be shit till the end of the season. But next season, bruv, we're coming back. We're coming back.
Do you know how many Arsenal fans? Do you know how many Arsenal fans were shitting their pants this afternoon with the Trossard deal, thinking that we were going to swoop in and nick him at the last minute?
Why do you think they went from their talk? Do you see how they went from their talking to here we go in like 2 hours? Todd Bowley's got these man running scared.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everyone was going.
We're coming back,
even though he's not doing the transfers anymore. I read someone went, Bowley's been spotted on a Brighton pier with a stick of rock.
That is so true.
He's there.
So get your targets and get them quick, bro, because we're coming and we're taking everybody's homework and we're handing it into the teacher first, bro. We're back. Our team's shit, but we're back.
We're gonna do the FIFA career mode thing where you just stack your squad with too many players. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing right now. We're doing the NFL version. That's what defense, offense, and no midfield. That's what we're doing right now. Yeah. Stack it full of wingers. Go hang it.
I love this, man. We're rebuilding the entire squad. Everybody's on notice. If you're shit, you're getting sold.
Yeah, fuck.
Mount might not re-sign. Pulisic's going to be leaving. Ziyech is going to leave. Oba's leaving. Jorginho, Kante might be leaving. We might be getting that Havertz dagger to Bayern Munich, bruv. Aspi might be leaving. And we're going to just rebuild and replace all of them. We might be shit right now, but enjoy it while it lasts. Next season, it's a different tune, bruv. I can't wait. All you rival fans, you're in the mud as well. Hold that.
It's just the fact, it's not going to be the same anymore with Roman gone. These buggers are richer than Roman.
They are,
these guys are richer than Roman.
And they're more ruthless. We're not haggling over 20 million like before. What's that you want? There you go.
They run a hedge fund, bro. And by the way, let me just say this right now.
Go on.
If that story's true about 55 million for Caicedo, we ain't done that. I'm telling you right now. You don't bid 55 million for a player and don't go back. You know what I mean? It just don't happen. You know what I mean? It just don't happen. If Caicedo's...
We're just trying to unsettle him.
If Caicedo's done...
Respect top Bowley as well, people.
Yeah, but by the way, Bowley's not doing the transfers anymore, guys. You can stop using him as a...
Christopher Vivell.
Yes, it's different. All right? It's just on, but you know what I mean? It's all good.
Yeah, and that's it. And to see one who's mentioned it, why I mentioned Anthony when I was talking about United and Barcelona, because look at the criticism Anthony's received. Now go and look at... Let Anthony score 12 goals in 4 seasons for Manchester United. Let that happen.
Oh, man.
Imagine the criticism he's getting now, 4 months in. 12 goals. And he, yeah, I'm saying 12 goals. 12 league goals, people, in 4 years. Anthony's getting criticized. Anthony will get that this season. He'll get 12 league goals this season. I think he's already on 4 already. So I'm asking for 8 more for the rest of the season. Let him do that now. Like I said, let him... Timo Werner numbers. That's what Dembele is putting up. But because he's at Barcelona and he looks good on comps and he's 2-footed and he can dribble and drop a shoulder, people will hype him up. Because it's cool and Anthony's in a Manchester United shirt. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, man's just got here. Anthony can't even speak English. The man don't even speak English. Man's moved to a whole new country, but you got this guy who's older, moved over to Spain, playing for Barcelona and put up Timo Werner numbers in a Barcelona shirt.
Hey, the streets are saying I can't speak English too.
Hey, anti-Christopher Word.
Yeah, Anthony gotta hold that.
Anti-Christopher Word.
And that's not me again. I've said it. Anthony needs to improve 100%. I've said this, people. He definitely needs to improve. And I get why it's false. This is why I don't respond to the criticism he gets on socials. But I only bring it up when people ask me about it. We gotta improve, yes, but he's not the only one. Our entire attack needs to get better. You know what I'm saying? How many is he on now? He's on 4. Now I'm gonna stick my neck out, Emma, and say 12. I swear he's on 4. So I'm only asking for 8 more in 20 games. How many games we played? 18, 19? Yeah, so it's like 20, 19 games. So I'm asking a lot, but I'm with it. I'm back him, I rate him. I do. And he started off on fire as well. Dembele isn't all goals to his game. See, and people make that excuse. All right, neither's Anthony. Anthony's not all goals to his game. He wasn't prolific. This is what I'm talking about. Now it's mental gymnastics to defend that man. How old is Dembele? 25?
Yeah, 26.
Yeah, about the age.
26.
He's about that age, yeah.
26. We're saying someone who's coming into his prime years.
Yeah.
And is still yet to hit double figures for Barcelona. But I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Anthony, again. Yeah, Emma said it. Yeah, Anthony isn't all goals. He's never been a GNA player. Look at him at Ajax. He's actually surprised me with the amount of GNA he's getting because his output's good. It's 1 and 2. He's getting a goal and an assist every other game, which is phenomenal. But he still needs to improve his overall game because it's not just stats. Yeah, I'm just saying, no, Ray, I'm just using that as a point. Using that as a point. But yo, you lot, have we hit? You're at 92 likes. Let's get up to 100 likes before we close out. And we're one of 4,830, which was the aim in terms of subscribers. So let's do so. Yeah, man. Yeah, people just love to hate because it's the cool thing to get on. He wasn't our worst player at Fulham. Rashford was worse. He wasn't good. But again, people like the same way the Wolves game recently, a few weeks back, and people were on Anthony and Martial and Garnacho both missed sitters. Everyone was talking about Anthony. I'm like, did we watch the same game? I watched Martial miss a sitter. I watched Garnacho miss a 1-on-1. 2 players I rate, by the way. But each to their own. But yeah, everyone close out, people. Like I said, in the mud, it would normally be Wednesdays early. So it would normally be Wednesdays, 5 p.m. But obviously with the amount of football and watch-alongs on Wednesdays, whether that's Premier League or whether that's Champions League, you might not get it all the time. You might not. But anyone else got any other suggestions? You know what I'm saying? Player, team, manager in the mud?
Let's see.
So I think I'm gonna go next.
I you know what? I got to dig out the Wolves manager the other night, man. You know what I mean?
Go on.
That wasn't even against a top rated Liverpool team. Do you know what I mean? And you just stunk out the place, man. I just didn't get it. You know what I mean? It's Lopetegui, right?
Yeah, Lopetegui. Lopetegui.
Yeah, it's like you said, man. He had why didn't you stick Jimenez and Costa up for the last 15 minutes and just hoop the ball into the back? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that was criminal. Yeah. I can't
that was
lie.
just criminal. Do you know? And Traore, man, knows that cross. Oh my god!
It's so bad.
You remember it's like that cross on FIFA when you got a weak foot. It's like you cross it too deep or something. It just goes out like that.
Yeah, it reminds me of FIFA Ultimate Team, but yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, that was ridiculous, man. I mean, yeah, I expected. Listen, Wolves. I don't know. This has been a few years now. Wolves just need that top quality strike. Jimenez ain't the guy he was before he got his skull issue. So. He's not it, man. They just need a striker, man. They're like 16th. Yeah. They're in the relegation battle.
Yeah, they are
this season, man. They need a striker really badly. Stop buying these Portuguese like midfielders all the time and just get a goddamn striker. Like Danny Ings went to West Ham today for 10 million. Wolves should be.
That's cheap. If he can stay fit, that's a good deal.
Danny Ings gets you like 15 league goals a season when he's on form. You know what I mean? I totally think about like that. Also, I think Edu from Arsenal is still in Poland waiting for Shakhtar to call him back about if he's still there, still there.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Arsenal fans, hold on.
Hey, Edu, man, what? he can be in the mud as well, man. What is he doing?
I have somebody in my mind as well that I have to put in my mind, not related to Tottenham.
Go on.
Eric Bailly. 7-game suspension because he kung fu kicked somebody in the chest.
Oh my god! No way!
He sent the guy to the hospital as well, and he visited him after the game.
Yo, Eric always going Eric Bailly, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'd still take him back at Manchester United. That's dope.
I had to, because I saw it the other day. I had to mention it. This is still one of the funniest stories. Funny enough, it's a bit too late to even say because this was a summer thing, but I know it wasn't in the mud, but I have to mention this because I feel like this is one of the biggest highlights in 2022 as one of the mud. Remember the guy that was at Marseille? I think he was at Marseille. His name is Bamba Dieng. So he was supposed to go on a transfer to a Premier League team. I think it was Leeds. Then last minute, another French league team. He was on the airport, literally ready to go to Leeds to go and sign for them. On the airport, his agent told him, "Yo, this French team that wants to sign you." He goes and he says, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to the medical in Leeds in England. Let me go to the team in France." He does the medical and he fails the medical, and then he has to go back to Marseille.
Wow.
For me, that's in the mud of the year for me personally. That's one of them. I had to mention it.
Oh, I got another one.
You go.
Let's go to Italy, man. Last Friday, the old lady absolutely spanked. She got by Napoli. They rinsed them dry, man. And this is Juventus that have been on a great run as well. Remember, undefeated in like 9 or 10 games or something.
Yeah.
They
They've always
lost
conceding either.
5-1. They got absolutely destroyed. And that guy, that whatever his name is, Kavicha or whatever his name is.
Kavicha.
Yeah.
Just call him Claridon, man. Just call him
Yeah,
Claridon.
he
That's
was,
what they call him.
Awesome. And then, to our friend Snoop, you hold that the other night, man.
Yeah, hold that.
Yeah.
I need to message that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Milan, you lost 3-0 to Inter Milan.
Yeah, I need to shout Snoop actually. Make sure he's good. Just in general. He can hold that. Absolutely. Big up everyone that's locked in, man. Love to you
I
as
need to quickly
always.
say that as well. Real quick,
Keep going. Where
Real
go on,
quick.
bro?
Everton fans putting the DOF woman in the headlock.
That is crazy, yo. That is wild, yo. When I seen that story, I was like, what?
That club is an absolute must. Like talk about top. See, we in the dire, but this is gonna be at least finishing at 8th, 9th. They're putting women in headlocks. I've seen Jeremy, I've seen Mina. I'm seeing Mina there. Are you gonna stay with us? Are you gonna stay with us in the championship?
I would die for this club. Saturday, I would die for this club.
The bros probably was aging like, get me the fuck out of here, blood. Just get me out.
You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna stay for in the championship?
You're gonna stay and represent the championship.
You be the leader.
You gotta get in the car.
You're the future captain.
Hey, you're gonna stay for Wednesday night in Stoke.
You need to show you some heart, some passion, some desire.
You fucking lead, lad. You fucking lead.
He's got to get in the car. He's got to get in the car.
Shout out the Scouse accent, man. Innit? Shout out the Brummy accent as well, man. The Villa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out them lot, innit? The Villa.
Fuck.
Villa.
Hold up. You signed number 10 from Swansea and now you're in the mud, man. Hold up.
Who signed who? Say that again.
They signed number 10 from Swansea.
Yeah, the guy is not S.
Oh, see.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, we're gonna close out there, people. Love to everyone that has locked in. Big up you lot. We're just 4 short of the 100 likes. We're 1 short of the subscriber mark. So big up to you lot. You know what I'm saying? Big up you lot. Hitting the milestones, but yeah, get us up to 100 likes before we close out. 1 more subscriber. I know one of you lot ain't subbed. Lewis, are you there? I don't even know. Yo, Lewis. Yeah. Wait, let him know what you got coming up tomorrow, and go subscribe to his channel. The link's underneath in the description.
We're going to be previewing the mid-off between Liverpool and Chelsea tomorrow. We're also going to be discussing Bayern Munich potentially looking at Kai Havertz and why we need to send them some Leverkusen comps. And yeah, just a bit more transfer talks. Big up everyone, up the Chelsea, like and subscribe and all that.
There you go, people. I've just added Lewis's channel to the title, so you can click the link, head over there, get him to whatever astronomical number he's on. I think he's rolled to 30K.
I was 200 off 30K, guys. So everyone head over, man.
Go subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? He's 200 off, so make sure you do that. The link, like I said, is in the title, people. We're legit just 1 like off 100. The like man said there, like check 1212. Hit the like button and subscribe, man. So we're gonna hit that as well, and we're 1 off a new subscriber hitting 4,830 because we're trying to road to 5K, people. Trying to get that road to 5K, but make sure you check out Lewis's stream tomorrow, 2:30. Obviously, the Liverpool Chelsea preview. What we got coming up tomorrow? Man United at 4:30 p.m. So myself and Eddie obviously will be previewing the Arsenal game and answering all your Manchester United questions. And then Friday night, 11 p.m. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, people. Not only do you get Q&As Wednesday nights and Sunday nights. So I know a lot of you lot ask questions. That's where you can get all your sporting questions in on the Q&As that we now do 3 times a week. All of this is on the upcoming live stream schedule, like I said. And then obviously Saturday, it's all on the Twitch. No content here on the YouTube, but all on the Twitch. Obviously, we will be bringing a watch along of the middle from Anfield, Liverpool versus Chelsea. And then you're going to get 2 NFL watch alongs as well. Is that right, Surfer?
Yeah,
1 or 2?
Is it definitely 2? I don't know.
It's 1 Saturday and 1 Sunday. Oh, right.
No, I'm just trying to double check. It'll either be Saturday or Sunday.
There you go, people. There'll be NFL watch-alongs. Check that out. And also Sunday, of course, you'll get the big game from the weekend, Arsenal versus Manchester United. That watch-along right here on the YouTube. And then, of course, to end your week, you know what I'm saying, end your weekend, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Well, love to everyone that's locked in. Big up you lot, because we just hit 100 likes, which is sick. So salute to you.
Sunday NFL Sunday.
Yo, man, we just hit 100 likes and we just hit 4,830 subscribers. So no better way to close out the show. And this has been In the Mud live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning